Hi, parents. I wanted to go over a few announcements with you for this week. So, one of the things I wanted to talk about, and I'll be talking about with the kids, is that some kids were saying there was just the right amount of work last week, or even maybe a little bit too little. Some kids were saying there was too much work, particularly in math. And what I did was I went back through and I counted all of the minutes that were on the videos for both the lesson video and the guided learning videos where the kids are doing the problems along with the video and writing them down in their graph paper notebook. And the grand total for the entire week spread across 5 days was 33 minutes and 30 seconds. So it felt to me like that was actually kind of too little in terms of math because they're getting that 33 minutes of instruction on the videos. And then some students have 2 half-hour sessions a week and some have 2 hours of sessions of live math with me. So I just wanted to clarify the minutes and I wanted to organize the lessons a little bit differently this week to let you know. So first we'll go through the minutes of work time for Monday and what my expectations are so that it feels manageable for the kids and for the families. So here's what we're looking at for Monday. So they've got a few different assignments. They've got a flip grid, which is just they make a little video saying hi to their friends and telling something that they did over the weekend if they want to share. That should take about 3 minutes. Math is 20 minutes on Monday. So it's 15 minutes, 30 seconds to watch the videos, both the lesson video and the guided learning videos. And I'm assuming it'll take them about 5 extra minutes to write down, pausing the video and writing down the problems. You can let me know if it takes them longer than 5 minutes to write down the problems, and I can kind of adjust my thinking on that. It's hard for me to tell because I don't have them right in front of me while they're filling those things out. For reading, I do want them to read 30 minutes every day. I'd love for them to set a timer and really be consistent with that every single day. So they should read for 30 minutes. If they have a book club book they're still reading, they should their goal should be 20 pages at least a day, and they should be able to read 20 pages within the 30-minute time period. Then they're going to need to spend about 5 minutes filling out a very simple reading log, just the title and 2 sentences about what happened in the book that day and how many pages they read. So for writing, it says 30 minutes on here, but I actually modified that. We're going to be doing the writing during our small groups on Monday. We'll be talking about topic sentences and how to write their first body paragraph for their essay. And then for social studies, they have Quizlet practice, which is a vocabulary practice with a game for 10 minutes. And they also have a Native American culture video to watch, which is 2 minutes and 9 seconds long. For science, they're watching a planet video, which is 3 minutes and 9 seconds long. On Tuesday and Wednesday, they're going to be having some hands-on science projects, and they just need to get some background information before they do that. So they'll also have their small group lessons with me for 40 minutes in the morning. So this means that it's a little bit less than 2 hours of independent work time during the morning. And if you include the small group instruction with me, they will have 2 hours, 38 minutes, and 48 seconds worth of work time before noon. And so I really want to encourage them that that's totally doable, and it's not too much work for them to do 2 hours and 38 minutes worth of work, or almost 39 minutes. I think it's totally doable, and I think they can do it. And I think waking up early and getting started right away is important, especially for the kids that are not coming to group until 11 o'clock or until noon. They may need a little bit of encouragement to get up and check Google Classroom for their assignments and get started. So I'm going to go ahead and schedule that. And then I'm just going to quickly show you how I structured this week a little bit differently. So last week, I just put the assignments here. This week, and then I did it where for social studies, I said what they were doing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I think that confused some kids. So what I did this week is I separated it out by day. We've already talked about Monday's assignments, so I'm just going to go ahead and open up Tuesday's assignments so you can see them. So for math, they're watching lesson video 2.4C and guided learning video 2.4C. And they're just writing down the answers to the guided learning problems in their graph paper notebooks. They're going to go ahead and read for 30 minutes, just like the day before, and do their reading log. For writing, they're working on their planet reports, and they're just required to write 1 paragraph. If they want to finish it today, they can on Tuesday. They should have an introduction the body paragraph that we write in class on Monday, and they can work on this second body paragraph today independently. They're going to have a little art project. So if you come to my house in the morning early, they would have those art supplies in the morning and do that. And if not, they can do it the next day or later on in the afternoon. So you can pick up supplies on my porch between 7 a.m. and 9 p.m. for this art project, and then also for a balloon rocket experiment and another optional science experiment that they are going to be working on Wednesday and Thursday. So at the time when you come to pick up the kits, if you could also drop off any books that you've borrowed that your kids are done with, and then also drop off any paperwork that they have done. So I will be giving the kids some clarity on that. I think I actually put it in here as an assignment. Yes, what to turn in on my porch on Tuesday. So number one, they're going to tear out the workbook pages they've done in the Journeys workbook. So the page numbers are listed here. These are what we've done over the course of the last 3 weeks. And they can just tear those specific pages out of the workbook. And then they're going to tear out the workbook pages they've done in the social studies book, just these 3 pages. And they're going to tear out any of the work in their graph paper notebook where they've written down the guided learning problems. And what you're going to do is you're going to staple all those papers together. Just put one staple and make sure their name is clearly on the front. Or you can stick it into a folder if that's easier for you. So you're going to bring those papers and any books that you've borrowed that your child has finished reading. I'll have a bunch of books out that they can select again. If they're still working on a book, you do not have to return it, but if they're all done, you do. And then I'll have the packets for you with the supplies for the planet art and for the balloon rocket experiment and the other experiment. So, and then you can see each day they have a list of what they're working on, and then below they have links. So on Wednesday, they're not watching any of my math videos. They're just doing practice on IXL. So IXL is kind of taking the place of our math workbooks, since our math workbooks have not come in from the publisher yet. And they can do some really targeted practice. So I've given them these specific assignments. The one really important thing when they go to IXL, it will bring them to the lesson that I want them to work on. I'm going to click on that here. But you do need to sign them in. So up in the corner where it says sign in, they need to make sure that they're signed in before they start the lesson. Otherwise, it won't give them credit for it and it won't score their work. So make sure that they follow the link to the lesson and they make sure that they're signed in, and then they can go ahead and do the lesson. And each one of those lessons takes about 5 minutes for the multiplication ones and maybe 10 for this one about understanding exponents. So we're reviewing last week's work about learning about exponents, and then they're also doing some math fact practice. And in fact, talking about math fact practice, it's really, really important that kids practice their math facts at home. If you don't have flashcards, you can purchase some at the Dollar Tree for just $1, and I would really encourage you to get some math fact packs. I'll have a few on my porch for people that don't have them at home. But practice them every day, because I'm noticing there are only about 7 kids in the class that seem really fluent on their math facts. And if they don't have those facts down, doing long division and dividing fractions is going to be nearly impossible and really frustrating for them. So I'm going to stop my video right here. But if you have any questions about Google Classroom, please feel free to email me. I've separated it by Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday this week. Please let me know if that's helpful to you or if you prefer it the other way. I'm trying to figure out best practices that are going to work really well for kids and families. So, all right, I'll see you later. Have a wonderful week.